So, it's been a minute since we visited this clan, and I don't quite remember too much of the cats that we have. I do mainly remember them, but not all of them super well. As I'll be talking about this clan and stuff, I'm going to have pictures of like headshots that I drew of the cats recently to try and refresh myself. To kind of try and refresh myself on what cats we have here and what their like purpose is. So the last, I believe, two episodes we were following Erminepatch, which is this cat right here. They were the child of Modelface and Tasha's site. They live. They're currently 75 moons. They haven't died yet. And their mate is Dog. They're a warrior, and that's who we followed last two episodes. And while Erminepatch didn't really have a bunch of like Star Clan stuff go on with themselves as a main character, they definitely seemed to be just a bad luck charm. It seemed like a lot of things that happened after Erminepatch was chosen as the main character was just the most devastating things to our clan. Constant just extinction events and awful things happening. I mean, we even had to get a new leader because of whatever happened. So I definitely believe Erminepatch was some sort of bad luck charm, but definitely not their fault. The last episode I asked if we should change our main character or continue with Erminepatch for a little bit longer. So I'm gonna go through the votes right now. Iris Paw had 1 vote. Tap Kit had 1 vote. Speckle Kit had 2 votes. Vine Kit had 2 votes. To continue with Erminepatch had 6 votes. And our winner, with 16 votes, was Lavender Kit, our male tortoiseshell cat. So Lavender Kit is currently 3 moons old, and let's go ahead and look at their family tree. So his siblings are obviously the other tortoiseshell cats, which are Sap Kit, Speckle Kit, and Vine Kit. His only known parent is Cragnudge. Lavender Kit's parent siblings, so like aunts and uncles and such, is Oddpaw, Blacksash, Domoth, Erminepatch, Vinepelt, and Sorrelbrook. So Erminepatch, our last main character, is actually what would be the non-binary term for like aunt or uncle? Regardless, that's what they are to Lavender Kit. Lavender Kit is the nephew of Erminepatch. Let's say it like that. That works. Lavender Kit's cousins is Warm Feather, Sandy Fur, Tarantula Kit, Prairie Runner, Cow Kit, and Mossy Oat. And their grandparents is Macavity and Toshasite. So Lavender Kit's related to like half the clan. At least, there's very few that they're not related to. So I'm gonna go ahead and favorite Lavender Kit. And I'll leave Erminepatch with the favorite just as kind of like an honorary thing. So last time we left off in this clan, it was exactly 100 moons old. But I have started taking my clan videos a little bit slower, so we're probably only going to get through a few moons this time. I find that it's easier to sort of build a story for the cats and stuff if we take it a little bit slower. So at 101 moons, Tasha Sight and Erminepatch take an early evening patrol out of camp to watch the moon rise. Oh, that's sweet. Slurpuff's small cut is no longer bothering them, so that's good. The day is nice out today, and Dog decides to sneak out of camp and go play in the flowers without anyone noticing. They come back with a swollen paw having stepped on a bee. Dog is one of my favorite cats I feel like I've ever had. Just, I love the name so much, and I don't know, he kinda acts like a dog too, I feel like. Sorry, she kinda acts like a dog too. I just feel like she's always getting into things. Cragnudge has recovered from birthing her litter. Affleback was out on a walk alone when they heard a fox approaching. They crawled into a thorny shrub to hide, but got some nasty scratches in the process. Well, at least they survived. It would be very not good if we already lost a cat. Let's see, I don't want to go through all of these. Erminepatch is having a wonderful time discussing recent clan news with Lavender Kit. Man, it's like Erminepatch knows that they're kind of passing down the torch to Lavender Kit. Erminepatch joins a game as Lavender Kit runs up to them, yelling that they're the greatest warrior ever and could never be defeated. The kit squeals in delight as Erminepatch rolls over in surrender. Man, I'm really glad that our current main character and previous main character are getting along so well. I am mostly going to just be focusing on just ones that I feel are interesting, or ones that have to do with Lavender Kit. Dog purrs for a long time at one of Erminepatch's lame jokes. They are such a cute freaking couple. I'm so glad that they got together. I'm pretty sure I put them together, but like they're so good together. I love them. Lavender Kit is talking with Speckle Kit. Let's see, Lavender Kit, what are your relationships with everybody around here? I mean, you seem to like everybody a decent amount. I'm glad that you get along with Erminepatch and stuff. Let's see, do we have a mediator? Because I always forget to actually, like, do stuff with mediators. Here, you... Tasha Sight, I feel like you could be a mediator. Let's see if we have any cats that dislike each other, because I want to try and not have any murder happen in the clan. Sandy Fur and Archstar don't like each other. Okay. Alright, there we go. Try and fix it a little bit. Let's go ahead. Affetback goes out with a warrior escort, both for safety and as they look to grow advantage of the greenleaf growing season, and for carrying capacity should they find anything. Surprisingly, Surpluff actually starts up a conversation with them about herbs they're looking for. Affetback launches into the usual spiel, but even more astonishingly, Surpluff is actually interested, and it makes their heart feel lighter getting to share their knowledge and skills with somebody who respects them. Aw. I'm glad that Slurpuff is, letting Affetback kind of talk about things that they care for. It seems like Affetback doesn't get to really talk about medicine stuff very often, but we have a lot of medicine cats, so honestly, they probably have plenty of people to talk to. Like, look at all these medicine cats. 4 different medicine cats. Maybe Affetback just feels that the other cats don't really care for being a medicine cat that much, because Slurpuff is also a medicine cat. So it could be that they're just really happy that Slurpuff is finally showing an interest in being a medicine cat. Warmfeather and Prairie Runner. As a patrol is checking on the borderlines, they notice that an icy clan scent has strayed into their territory. The patrol follows the scent deeper into their own territory, eventually stumbling upon the Ice Clan deputy. Deputy explains that they've come bearing important news for your leader. Suspicious but assured of their intentions, the patrol escorts them to the camp. Alright, Icy Clan, what's Icy Clan telling us about? I wonder what's so important that they need to kind of like cross over territory and stuff and get to us immediately. As the Medicine Cats patrol pads out into Feather Clan territory, Iris Paw tells Sandy Fur about the dream they had last night, and what the Star Clan vision could mean for Feather Clan. As they have an in-depth conversation about Iris Paw's vision as they walk, by the time they head back to camp, they have a good idea of what they should do with the information. Okay, so the Icy Clan leader has been warning us about something, and Star Clan is also warning us about something. I wonder if something's gonna happen with, like, Lavender Kit. I wonder if they're in some sort of prophecy. So, Dog and Ermine, how about you guys go out? The dog's concerned the warrior escort is unusually quiet. Oh, why are you quiet? When prompted on their troubles, Erminepatch comments that they could not help think about what legacy they would leave behind if Star Clan called upon them. Oh, Erminepatch is having, like, an existential crisis because we abandoned them as a main character. They're like, wow, I'm not even useful anymore. What if I just die? Dog and Erminepatch spend their time in the patrol discussing how, to Star Clan, at the end of their lives did not mean it was the true end. Even in Star Clan, cats had their role to play. Erminepatch's legacy would shine brighter than any star. Comforted by these words, Erminepatch thanks Dog and helps bring back the herbs. Tansy was gathered during the patrol. So, Erminepatch is probably getting stressed out. Something bad is coming for our clan. And Erminepatch is getting freaked out. Like, what if something bad happens to me with this? What if whatever happens, this is like the end of my life, and I don't know what kind of legacy I'm gonna be leaving behind in this case. The smell of food lures Mossy Oat into what looks like a tunnel under some recently disturbed earth. Let's proceed. Mossy Oat is caught in a trap hidden in the earth. There's nothing this patrol is able to help do with them, and Mossy Oat is taken by the two legs shortly after. Ooh. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be good, but I am curious about things that I find. So Mossy Oat, please return safely. Archstar, why are you... Phantom Pain. Okay, I was wondering why you were hurting. Hopefully Archstar gets to feeling better then. Let's see, let's go ahead and time skip one more moon. Archstar's missing limb no longer hurts. That's great. I'm glad that Archstar is, like, feeling better now. Cracknudge was seen arguing and borderline fighting with a loner. Why on earth are you fighting with loners? Prairie Runner saved Dog from a dog and was barely even hurt. They're a bit bruised, but bruises are better than claw marks. An Affetback pelt is no longer torn. Dog, why were you... Dog was messing with dogs, I guess. They were just like, see, listen, my name is Dog. I get confused for a dog with my personality a lot. So obviously I can get along with dogs. But that is not the case. Erminepatch definitely likes Lavender Kit. I'm glad that they've, like, helped a lot with kind of the parenting of Lavender Kit. Lavender Kit is surprised to hear Domoth expresses an ideal that they can agree with. Okay. The Lavender Kit's getting along with Domoth now. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if Tasha Sight can mend anybody's relationships this time. Wormfeather and Iris Paw don't get along. Or at least Wormfeather dislikes them. Try and fix that a little bit. There we go. Let's go ahead and put some cats here. So we got Kaiiquz, Prairie Runner, and Wormfeather. Go on patrol. As the patrol travels through the territory, they come across a strange metal forest that the two legs have built. Smooth, white tree trunks rise up to the sky, completely bare apart from the very top, where three massive branches grow outwards and spin in slow circles. A low hum permeates the air. What on earth is antagonized for this situation? The patrol is frustrated by this seemingly permanent proof of two-leg on their territory and takes no time to thoroughly and aggressively mark the area. There, that will show the two-leg whose land is this. Okay. I was wondering what that would do. I was curious if we were going to start freaking attacking the windmills or something. Alright, Dog and Erminepatch. Dog goes out with a warrior escort, both for safety as they try and stock up under the clear leaf-fallen skies, and for carrying capacity should they find anything. Surprisingly, Erminepatch actually starts a conversation with them about the herbs they're looking for. So it sounds like the couple's getting along over here. Erminepatch is starting to take a liking to hearing Dog ramble about their herbs and such. So Sandyfur, Aphidback, and Slurpuff let's put together. While searching for specific herbs, Sandyfur is startled by weird sounds whispering in the wind. Okay. Proceed. Sandyfur follows the strange sounds in the wind and finds a struggling queen with their newborn kits clinging to them. Slurpuff sprints back to camp to find help while Sandyfur tries to make the queen eat some strengthening herbs. Thankful for their help, the queen joins FeatherClan with her kits. Yo, okay. Tough Nut Fleck. Okay. Is that supposed to be... I feel like that's a reference to How to Train Your Dragon with Tough Nut. But maybe that's an actual word. I'm not sure. But Tough Nut Fleck has joined the clan, Hawk Kit has joined the clan, Sorrel Kit has joined the clan, Spotted Kit has joined the clan, and our clan's reputation towards outsiders has improved. So let's head and see our new cats. Tough Nut Fleck, formerly a kitty pet. Yeah, when I look up Tough Nut, it's just the How to Train Your Dragon character, so I'm pretty sure that they were just a kitty pet named after that character. That's cool. I like that. I think I've mentioned before that I really like How to Train Your Dragon in some episode of ClanGen. I couldn't tell you which one, but I feel like I compared a cat to Toothless at one point. So here's Hawk Kit, Sorrel Kit. Oh, Sorrel Kit's cute. I like their patterning so far. And Spotted Kit. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I love how the newborn kits just look like freaking rats. Like, they're so funny. I love them. Iris Pearl and Archstar. Actually, we'll go ahead and throw Domoth in with you too. There we go. Oh! I don't think I've seen this art before. This is really pretty. Oh, I love the grass. Dude, that looks like a pain to have drawn, though. That's a lot of freaking grass marks. The patrol wants to hold a training session for Iris Paw. They decide to focus on how best to hide within tall grass. Iris Paw listens carefully as Archstar explains how to move through the grass unseen and undetected. It's cute. I love that. So let's see. Lavender Kit, have your relationships changed at all since last time I looked? Your platonic like seems to have grown a little bit for your siblings, but other than that, I'm not sure. Oh, are you gonna be an apprentice next moon? Oh my gosh, I think they're gonna be apprentices next moon. So I'm gonna time skip one moon and see what awaits us in moon 103. Erminepatch was seen touching noses with somebody from Drift Clan. Scandalous. You better not be cheating on Dog. Erminepatch, don't be cheating on Dog, please. I hope that that's, like, platonic or familial and not in some way. Wormfeather finds a rogue named Mr. Kitty Whiskers. The rogue decides to keep their old name. That's amazing. Dog's beasting is feeling all better, so at least they're feeling good again. Kaiiquz has gotten a running nose, Prairie Runner is feeling much better, and their bruises are gone. That's good. Sapkit loudly complains as Kaiiquz pulls them over, quickly groom their pelts. They manage to wriggle away and scurry off to the front of the crowd for their ceremony, where they are renamed a Sappaw and apprenticed to Mr. Kitty Whiskers. Hold on, I need to see Mr. Kitty Whiskers. Okay. Mr. Kitty Whiskers is female. I mean, you do you, but I'm concerned about whoever owned you previously. They must have been a little bit confused. Sappaw has gotten running nose. Oh. Specklepaw touches noses with Erminepatch and hopes that they'll get to hunt first so they can make sure the clan is fed. So Specklepaw is the one who gets to be able to be under Erminepatch. Domoth sees how nervous Vinepaw is and whispers a quiet encouragement to them as they touch noses, promising to be a good mentor to them. That's sweet. Surprising Kaiiquz, the first thing Lavenderpaw asks to do once the meeting is over is gather moss so everybody has fresh bedding. Oh, so Lavenderpaw is gonna be mentored by their parent. Dude, Lavenderpaw is so pretty. Look at this cat. I have to go look at all their new, apprentice sprites here in a second. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Statpaw. Statpaw does not look... Oh, you're not a Torty, you're a Tabby. Okay. Specklepaw is very pretty, though, Torty. Vinepaw is also very pretty Torty. And then Lavenderpaw. The Prairie Runner and Wormfeather, let's put you on a patrol. As the patrol spreads out to hunt, Prairie Runner admits that they think they had a vision from StarClan last night. Okay. Patrol talks about them, whether it was a real vision as they hunt. Oh, StarClan's trying to contact more people. It's like, you're not taking me seriously for the warnings I've been giving you, so I'm trying to reach out to all the cats I can. See, next we're going to do Kaiiquz and Lavenderpaw. Kaiiquz takes them both out to see a herd of bison that a patrol spotted moving through FeatherClan's territory. Okay, that's a little concerning. Please proceed carefully. Lavenderpaw has gotten their view blocked by long grass and flat ground. But the rumble they feel through their paw pads, the footsteps, the bellows so loud that they can be felt through the ground. It all stresses just how huge the Thunder Beasts are. I think Lavenderpaw's a little nervous about this. They're a bit stressed out from how loud these big bison seem to be. So Sappaw and Mr. Kitty Whiskers, your patrol catches scent of a mouse nearby. Paw locates the mouse and begins to stalk. The mouse nibbles on a seed, unaware of the hunting cat. Sappaw waggles their haunches and leaps, pinning the mouse beneath the paw as they make a killing bite. Dang. Okay, Sappaw is going to be a powerful warrior, I can already see that much. So, Domoth and Vinepaw. So let's go ahead and add Slurpuff and Affidback, that works too. Okay. With Leafball washing the world in tones of red and brown, Slurpuff feels the need to gather as many Elder Leaves as possible before the season turns and the clan must survive without any new stalks during Leaf Fair. There's a particular tree in a sheltered dip along a stream that they want to check on today, bringing a group of their clanmates with them. Domoth, reaching out just a little too far to try and grab a bunch of Elder while balanced on another, loses their balance and tumbles to the ground. And Domoth got bruises. Domoth, you need to be a little bit more careful. So, Erminepatch, Specklepaw, and Dog. Let's throw you all together. As the Medicine Cat's patrol pods out to FeatherClan territory, Specklepaw tells Dog about the dream they had last night and what StarClan vision could mean for FeatherClan. Oh, Dog, will you be able to decipher what this means? Dog shakes their head sadly. They can't make sense of the vision. I didn't think so. StarClan's been so vague with us. Nobody seems to really understand what they're wanting. They just keep saying that something bad's gonna happen. And I will say Erminepatch is definitely nervous that it's gonna have to do something with them. The Archstar and Irispaw, and we'll go ahead and just throw in Sandyfur too. As the oaks are washed with brilliant color, Sandyfur heads out on a gathering patrol with warriors to gather their last green leaves. As a basic infection-preventing herb, oak leaves are useful for nearly all of the various scrapes, cuts, and injuries Sandyfur sees in the medicine cat den. They're always happy to bring a good crop of them back to the herb stores. Their clanmates, as expected, are a huge help carrying everything back home. That's all with the patrols for today. And then Tasha's site, let's see. I wonder if our main character has... You have a disliking towards Domoth. What? Oh, it lists, uncle and stuff here. I wonder what it's gonna say for... No, not that one. I don't know. Okay, related... I think that says parent sibling. Okay, well... Here, who did it say you disliked? I think it said, Domoth. Yeah, I don't want you disliking anybody. Let's go ahead and try and fix that up. Alright, just, decrease, but, barely. Let's go ahead and recheck on your relationships, because it seems like you have a little bit more developed. Archstar is a little bit up there. Domoth, a little bit of dislike. Erminepatch, about the same. Your siblings seem a tiny bit bigger now. And parent. Alright, well, it seems like it's doing good so far. So, I stopped recording for a little bit, and over the course of those few days, I ended up getting a little bit sick. So my throat kind of hurts right now, so, if my voice sounds a little odd, that's probably why. I think we left off at the end of one of those moons. So, Mossy was found at the border, tired but happy to be home, so Mossy came back. Mossy did not die, so that's very good. Archstar collapses in the midst of camp. Losing their remaining lives to old age, they've lost their last life and traveled to Starkland. No! But now our new leader is Wormstar. That's such a name. So, Wormstar, let me go ahead and see what your leader ceremony is. Wormfeather leaves to speak with Starkland. They close their eyes and immediately are surrounded by their loved ones, friends, and clanmates who have passed on. Stars shine throughout their pelts, and their eyes are warm as they greet their new leader. Emerging from the line comes Tarantula Kit, a quiet calm to them, despite their small stature. They very carefully offer a life of friendship, sounding as though they've been trying very hard to remember the right words to say. Once finished, they rush back to this line of starry pelts. Blacksash dips their head in greeting. Energy surges through Wormfeather's pelt as they receive a life for confidence, as they reassure Wormfeather that they are almost done. A new cat approaches. Sorrowbook steps forward to give Wormfeather a life for acceptance. Wormfeather grits their teeth as their life rushes to them. Weedhail walks up to Wormfeather, offering a life for instinct. They smile and state that the clan will do well under Wormfeather's leadership. Pearbright pads up to their new leader, softly touching their nose to Wormfeather's head. They give a life for compassion. Howlpet walks up to Wormfeather, offering a life for sympathy. They smile and state the clan will do well under Wormfeather's leadership. A cavity approaches, a worm smile on their face. They offer a life for devotion, whispering to take care of the clan the best they can. Vinepelt approaches, a warm smile on their face. They offer a life for faith, whispering to take care of the clan the best. Finally, Gorestar steps forward. There's pride in their gaze as they stare into Wormfeather's eyes. They give a life knowing for when to fight and when to choose peace. Also, Gorestar is the one who gave Wormfeather their last life. It wasn't even, Archstar. Gorestar hails Wormfeather by their new name, Wormstar, telling them their old life is no more, and they're granted guardianship of FeatherClan, and are told to use their new power wisely. The group of starry cats yells Wormstar's name as support. Wormstar wakes up feeling the new strength in their body and knows that they are now ready to lead the clan. Alright, Wormstar. Let's see. Domoth's bruises are gone. Erminepatch was running over the hills when they tripped over their own legs and hit the ground hard. Good job, Ermine. Cragnudge's running nose has finally stopped running. Thatpaw's running nose is gone. Thatpaw has gotten green cough. There's a lot of sickness going around this leaf fall. Tough Nutflick tries to not hiss at their little sucklers. They love them, they do, but giving birth was so painful in the area feels swollen and infected now. Sorrel Kit woke up with a splitting headache and couldn't get out of their nest. They spent the entire day curled up in the nursery trying to avoid light and noise so the carving page could subside. Aw, Sorrel Kit's not feeling good, it seems. Domoth fusses gently with Archstar's fur, hiding the evidence of what killed them. They want to remember them as they were in life, not like this. As the vigil draws to a close, someone suggests Domoth should eat. Feels like dung in their mouth. They know Archstar would want them to take care of himself. Yeah, seems like Domoth isn't taking this super well. Nor is Cragnudge. Wormstar chooses Erminepatch to take over as deputy. Dude, you were retired as the main character, and now you're just going on to do even better things. Domoth had Lavenderpaw bump into them and they didn't even apologize. I guess Lavenderpaw is favored by the leader, that's pretty good. Specklepaw is really surprised that Lavenderpaw's life isn't as easy as they thought it was. Lavenderpaw is letting Spotted Kit share their troubles with them, hoping they'll feel better afterwards. Seems like Lavenderpaw's just trying to get along with all the kits and apprentices right now. So let's go ahead and start doing some of this. These 4 cats together, so Domoth, Vinepaw, Lavender, and Crag. Domoth's patrol strolls leisurely through the plains, enjoying the cool air. One cat races their tail, signaling to the others to be still. They've scented ground squirrels nearby. The patrol makes short work of locating the squirrels, spreading out to a loose formation to encircle their prey. Slowly they move in, the circle getting tighter and tighter until they're finally seen. Squirrels screech and scatter in different directions, but the circle cuts off their escape, and in the end of it, they're fresh kill. Put Aphidback and Slurpuff together, put Erminepatch and Specklepaw, and we'll throw in Dog there too. Aphidback notices the moss in the medicine den is getting old. They need to go and gather more so they can call over warriors to help them. Aphidback leads the way to the best moss patch they know, with their entourage following close behind. The cats begin cutting off bits of moss and making their respective piles. Once the piles turn into mouthfuls, they pick up the bundles of new bedding and start back towards the front. They got plenty of moss now, that's good. So Prairie Runner, Wormstar, Irispaw. Your patrol comes across a prairie dog. Well, Prairie Runner, it's time for you to shine, I suppose. Your patrol catches the prairie dog. I like to think Prairie Runner is the one who caught it. Cindyfur is always amused by the plantain's enduring cheerfulness in the face of being trotted on, and while it's nice that the plants grow with such enthusiasm right to the end of leaf fall, the warriors they're bringing along seem to regard their task as more path clearing and less herb gathering. But if it gets them helpers, Sandyfur isn't too fussed about it. Sandyfur finds a plantain patch growing in the middle of the path, but it's trampled and useless until it regrows its leaves. The warriors, however, are pleased to see the plant dying. It seems they've been stomping on it every time they come through here. How helpful of them. Sandyfur is having a few issues with herb gathering, it seems, due to, other clanmates. I feel like our clan is really starting to grow here. I mean, we got quite a bit of cats. A lot of our cats seem to be mourning right now. Or at least a decent of them are injured or mourning in some way. Erminepatch's bruises are gone, that's good. Dog visits DriftClan to congratulate them on their new medicine cat. Wormstar has been following the progress of Irispaw for moons and feels like it's timely finally to give them a name. They are granted the name Iris Speckle in honor of their dedication. Satpaw's green cough is cured, and Sorrel Kit's headache is gone. Wonderful. So Iris Speckle, ooh, they've grown a lot since the last time I looked at them, I'm pretty sure. Very pretty. Wormstar is talking with Lavenderpaw. It seems like Wormstar is really taking a liking to Lavender. Sandyfur chats with Lavenderpaw while grabbing something to eat. So it seems like Lavender is getting along mostly with everybody. I don't really see very many negative things happening, at least. Tasha, you're our mediator, so see if there's any disliking in the clan. Dog and Prairie Runner kind of dislike each other. Okay, weird. But they also really platonically love each other, so I don't know what's going on there. Go ahead and mediate. Maybe we can try and solve some of that disliking that's going on with them. Let's go ahead and add our another patrol. So Dog, Ermine, and Speckle will add. In the leaf bare snow, the chances of finding any usable daisies seems slim. Dog hesitates. Should they even try and look? Yeah, we'll try. Miserable look, scraping away snowy pawful by awful fold paw. Cool. However, Dog manages to find a patch of wilted, soggy, but still green daisies to harvest leaves from. Your clanmates purr at the sight of the mushy green leaves, having spent just as much energy digging for them as Dog. I feel like Dog would be a good digger, though. Like, I feel like they would have an easy time digging up stuff just from their name. I feel like their name probably has some merit to their personality. So, Mr. Kitty Whiskers and Statpaw, Lavenderpaw and Cragnudge, and we'll put Wormstar and Prairie Runner. Patrol seems to have a disagreement and looks to Wormstar to settle the dispute. Talking everyone down, Wormstar encourages the patrol to focus on their work. Goodness, well, at least we know Wormstar is a competent leader to be talking everybody down and stuff. So, Domoth and Vinepaw, and Mossio and Iris Speckle will put. Okay. As the patrol is trucking along the borderlines, they hear the... That is a weird word. Treyas? They hear paw steps through the territory. Let's proceed. Patrol finds down intent on finding the intruder. They come across a kitty pet sniffling around. When the kitty pet notices them, however, it turns tail and makes a hasty getaway. At least it's off the territory now. The clan has met Laura. Your clan's reputation towards outsider has remained neutral. So let's see Laura. Oh, Laura's pretty. I wonder about those clan cats they just met. A rebellious kitty pet. Sounds about right from the teeny tiny bit that we know about you. So what's Lavender's stuff looking like? They're still nervous, but they're an avid play fighter. And we'll just put the last three cats together, that's fine. So, Affetback, Sandyfur, and Slurpuff. While searching for some specific herbs, Affetback is startled with the weird sounds and whispers in the wind. The sounds die away and they start up again in strange, unpredictable intervals. Investigating, Affetback suddenly finds himself nose to nose with a panting, bleeding queen, one desperately trying to keep their newborn litter quiet. Affetback brings the queen back to camp where the clan can assist. Oh my goodness. Missile Launcher has joined the clan! Roar Kit has joined the clan, Dapple Kit has joined the clan, Newt Kit has joined the clan. Oh my god. You're kidding me, Missile Launcher? You're telling me a cat named Missile Launcher just joined the clan. That's the best name I've ever seen. Hold on. We need to look at Missile Launcher right now. Oh, there they are. Oh, Missile Launcher's actually really cute. Can I see you, Healthy? Aw, they look like a little cow. Like their spots and stuff. It's so cute. Here, let's see. Roar Kit, Dapple Kit, and Newt Kit. Dapple Kit looks like they're gonna look a lot like their mom. Or, actually, Yeah, Missile must be female to be a queen. I don't remember if I think I have same-sex breeding on, actually, but... let's go ahead and time skip. Tasha Sight travels to Flurry Clan to resolve some recent personal disputes. And Tasha Sight got green cough because of it. Domoth jolts awake and immediately leaves the den to clear their head, hoping some fresh night air will help them cope with the sadness and memories. Oh my gosh, Mossy saved Lavender Paw from a big dog, but was badly injured. Good lord, Lavender Paw. Almost lost our main character. Tough Nut Fleck died of an infected wound. No. I like Tough Nut. Stroll Kit was playing with cardinal feathers earlier and decides to wear some of them. That's adorable. Aw. That's so cute. I love that. Let's see, Tough Nut Fleck has taken their place in StarClan. FeatherClan mourns their loss, and the clanmates will miss the spot they took up in their lives. All the Tansy went bad. They'll have to be replaced with new ones. So, that stinks. I hate to hear that Tough Nut has passed. And I can't believe we almost lost our freaking main character. And there's so many, like, cats here, it's hard to find anything that's actually about Dog saw Mr. Launcher being rude. Jesus, that's a sentence. Kaiiquz is sharing the latest gossip they heard over the border with Lavender Paw. Well, at least Lavender Paw is getting along with their parents. And mentor, in that case. That Paw comforts Lavender Paw after a hard day's training. That's sweet. I'm glad that those two have been getting along. I love when siblings are, like, actually getting along this game and stuff. Lavender Paw had apologized to Tough Nut Fleck for something or another. Well, at least you apologized before you couldn't anymore. Missile Launcher has drawn the ire of Lavender Paw by deliberately taking the last of their favorite nesting materials for themselves. Missile Launcher, why are you bullying children? What is with cats and bullying children and all of the freaking staves that I have, I swear. I'm gonna look at how some of these kits have grown, because it's been a minute since I've looked at some of the cats, the younger cats. So Iris Speckle, we saw her. I think we saw Lavender Paw and their siblings, but Sappaw is the only one who isn't a tortie in that litter. Specklepaw, I love how Specklepaw looks. Very pretty. Finepaw's pretty. I wish Lavender Paw had more orange on them, but regardless, he does look very cool, regardless. I said regardless twice. Whatever. Hot Kit, Stroll Kit, which we looked at recently. I love how, like, contrasting the eyes are with the fur, because that looks super cool. Spotted Kit looks like they're gonna be super pretty when they're older. Roar Kit, Dapple Kit, which I think I'm right about them looking a lot like their parent, because that looks pretty dang similar. It's pretty though, I like it. Oh, Newt Kit. Prairie Runner and Mr. Kitty Whiskers look really similar. I don't think they're related at all, but like they're like same eye color, same pelt, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Yeah, same pelt, same everything. I don't think they're related at all, are they? So, Mr. Kitty Whiskers and Prairie Runner. So, let me just... Oh, wrong one. Family tree. Yeah, you are definitely not related, but you guys look like twins. I'm gonna put Prairie Runner, Aphidback, and Sandyfur into patrol. Aphidback heads out, deciding that FeatherClan needs more blackberry leaves in their stores, bringing along anyone who isn't busy with other work. Sandyfur carefully edges out the slippery, frozen walk, trying to get closer to a branch of blackberry leaves that are still green. They overcompensate their balance, falling into a deep snowbank that they emerge from within a deep shiver racking their body. Ooh, so Sandyfur got frostbite. That's not good. So Erminepatch and Specklepaw, Slurpuff, Lavender Paw, and Kaiiquz all put together. As the Medicine Cat's patrol pads out into the FeatherClan territory, Kaiiquz tells Slurpuff about the dream that they had last night, and what StarClan vision could mean for FeatherClan. Alright, Slurpuff, are you gonna make sense of this dream? They have an in-depth conversation about Kaiiquz's vision as they walk. By the time they head back to camp, they have a good idea of what they should do with that information. Wonder if it has anything to do with the new queen that, just joined Missile Launcher? Wonder if, Missile Launcher and their kits have any sort of prophecy they're attached to. Lungwort was also gathered during that patrol. Mediator can't work this moon. It's alright. So I guess time to skip one moon then. Domoth tells themselves they can't let these feelings consume them. Instead, they have to learn to live with it. Domoth's constant nightmares have finally calmed. Kaiiquz tells themselves they can't let the feelings consume them, and they have to learn to live with it. So everybody's starting to kind of get over their recent lost loved one. So I'm glad to hear that. Vinepaw has gotten green cough. As the herb stores are inspected by the medicine cats, it's noticed that the botany went bad. They have to be replaced with new ones. Erminepatch surprises Dog with something nice. That's sweet. Wormstar had a fight with Lavender Paw. Why are you yelling at the child? What did they do? Lavender Paw thinks Erminepatch is very helpful. Roar Kit wishes they could get their pelt to shine like Lavender Paw's. And Newt Kit thinks Lavender Paw is very helpful. Seems like Lavender Paw's mostly getting along with people, at least people, like, closer to their age. Not so much their leader, though. Lavender Paw wonders if Mr. Kitty Whiskers was a good apprentice. Let's see, kind of dislike Domoth. Erminepatch, your platonic like's pretty good. You kind of respect Slurpuff. Wormstar, you kind of dislike and also kind of like. You really like Kaiiquz, which is good because that's your parent and your mentor. You kind of like Mossy Oak. Seems like you really like your 3 siblings. That's good. Vinepaw's your least favorite, though, apparently. And you trust Spotted Kit, but other than that, you don't really have much. Tasha's site is still unable to work. Let's go ahead and look over here. Put Slurpuff and Aphid back together, Lavender Paw and Kaiiquz, and Speckle Paw and Erminepatch. There's a limited selection of herbs Slurpatch can even look for in Leaffair, even with a patrol helping them, but if they can remember where the wild garlic grew in Greenleaf, it's theirs for the taking. Slurpuff searches and searches, but eventually they have to admit defeat. They can't remember where the garlic grew when the world was warm. See, Prairie and Wormstar, Ire Speckle, and Domoth. A rabbit bursts out from cover, startled by the patrol. Patrol jumps after it, but the rabbit has too great of a head start. Well, disappointing. Dog notices the moss and the medicine den is getting old. They need to go and gather some more. They call over some warriors to help them. Dog leads their way to the best mouse patch they know, and their entourage following close behind. The cats begin cutting off bits of moss and making their respective piles. Once the piles turn into mouthfuls, they pick up the bundles of new bedding and start back towards the camp. So I wonder if Lavender Paw is getting close to being an actual warrior now, because they've been training for a bit, I feel like. I can't remember how many moons is, like, the average number of training, but I'm very curious. Let's see, I guess, time skip 1 moon. Tasha's site recovered from green cough. Tasha's site will always love Archstar, but has decided to move on. I didn't realize they were together, I'm gonna be honest. Jennifer has managed to get rid of their frostbite. Dog has got a stomach ache. Yo, look at this. Okay, I knew it was soon. Wormstar has been following the progress of Lavender Paw for moons, and feels that it is finally time for them to get their warrior name. They are granted the name Lavender Feather in honor of their judgment. Hawkpaw touches noses with Lavender Feather, wondering whether this is truly the right path for him. So Lavender immediately gets a freaking apprentice. That's awesome. So we'll go look at Hawkpaw in just a second and all the other kits. Or, I guess, apprentices now. In their eagerness, Swirlpaw accidentally shoves their nose into Prairie Runner so hard that Prairie Runner flinches back in surprise. Swirlpaw sheepishly apologizes, and the two have a good laugh about it. So Swirlpaw is apprenticed to Prairie Runner, it seems. Spotted Paw strides up to their new mentor, looking very proud and excited to be apprenticed to Wormstar. Very cool for Spotted Paw. Missile Launcher has healed from the strain of delivering their litter. Missile Launcher always seems to have crow feathers stuck in their fur. Nice. Honestly fits them. When Roarkit tries to toddle around, they seem to be slower than their siblings. A quick inspection reveals that one of their legs was born twisted and deformed, but they should find their footing in their life soon enough. Uh-oh, well, that's not good to hear. Roarkit is, not exactly feeling good. Missile Launcher and Domoth eat tainted fresh kill and die. No. Tasha's sight nuzzle against the fur of their dead child, their Kit, their Domoth, and feels as if the world has ended. Once the night comes and they fall asleep, Tasha's sight desperately wails Domoth's name's movement frantic as they struggle. No, refuse to accept their death. Oh, so Missile Launcher was, short-lived. A world without Domoth at their side seems cold and empty to Erminepatch. How can life continue on like nothing has happened? Erminepatch tosses and turns, finding it difficult to sleep with their thoughts lingering on Domoth's last moments. Erminepatch can only hope Domoth knew how loved they were. So I guess let's go ahead and look at our apprentices real quick. We have Hawkpaw, who is apprenticed to Lavender Feather. Swirlpaw, who is apprenticed to Prairie Runner. Spotted Paw, who is apprenticed to Wormstar. We have Roarkit, Dapplecit, and Newtkit. All of them have the same kit sprites. So we're gonna put Sandy Fur, Erminepatch, Specklepaw, Hawkpaw, and Lavender Feather together. New Leaf has brought new life to FeatherClan's territory, and Sandy Fur heads out to gather fresh mallow for the stores, with a patrol of clanmates to assist them. While the mallow shrubs are soft, both in scent and in touch, the plants are engaged in their own vigorous New Leaf competition between each other, leaving Sandy Fur with tons to harvest. It's always a relief to bring so much after a leaf fair without any fresh mallow sources. I guess it's New Leaf now, which makes it where our medicine cats are going to have a lot more luck with finding herbs and such. So Swirlpaw, Prairie Runner, and Iris Speckle will put together. As their patrol is checking the borderlines, they notice that a Rosy Clan scent has strayed into their territory. Proceed? The patrol decides to follow the scent, but only end up walking in circles. Either the trespasser is good at stealing their trail, or your patrol just needs to work on their tracking skills. Doesn't matter now. The whole day has been wasted. Prairie Runner decides they should just return to camp and report the strange scent. Relations with the Rosie clan have worsened. Uh-oh, are we gonna go into war? Oh, that's not it. There we go. We'll put Dog, Mr. Kitty Whispers, Satpaw, and Cragnudge together. Dog notices the moss in the medicine den is getting old. They need to go and gather some more, and they call over warriors to help them. Dog leads the way to the best moss patch they know, with their entourage following close behind. The cats begin cutting off bits of moss and making their respective piles. Once the piles turn into mouthfuls, they pick up the bundles of new bedding and start back towards the camp. And we'll put the last 4 cats together. Afflebat goes out with a warrior escort both for safety as they look for new leaves, fresh buds, and for carrying capacity should they find anything. Surprisingly, Slurpuff actually starts up a conversation with them about the herbs they're looking for. Afflebat launches into the usual spiel, but even more astonishingly, Slurpuff is actually interested, and it makes their heart feel lighter getting to share some knowledge and skills with somebody who respects them. It seems like the clan cats are, getting along with all this stuff going on, so that's always good to hear. Hey, Lavender, how are you doing today? Sparring with clanmates. Lavender Feather, you're still so tiny. I don't think they're at their full-grown sprite yet. No, you definitely have at least one more to go. Tasha's site is still unable to work. We might need to get another mediator just in case, because Tasha's site's been not feeling good for a while. I love looking at this and just seeing like all the little cat sprites around. They're super cute. So let's go ahead. Try and skip one more moon. Sandy Fur announces they're expecting kits. Dog is glad that their stomachache is finally gone. Ooh. Cragnudge got their paw stuck in a 2-leg trap, and while they eventually escape, their leg is heavily injured. So you're not feeling good right now. Afflebat was seen loudly bickering with the medicine cat of Drift Clan. What were they doing with a Drift Clan cat? Wormstar calls the clan to a meeting and declares Sappaw to be a warrior. They're now called Sapshade and celebrated for their audacity. Interesting. Interesting name. Vinepaw is no longer coughing and sputtering, their case of green cough now cured. To see Vinepaw's eyes glimmer Vinepaw's eyes glimmer when Wormstar talks about their accomplishments. Their gaze isn't focused on Leader, however, but the stars shining behind them, as they are given the name Vineshriek. I think that's supposed to say they wonder, because them wonder feels wrong. As they are given the name Vineshriek, they wonder if StarClan honors their dedication too. Yeah, I think that's a mistype. There's them wonder if StarClan doesn't make a lot of sense. Newtkit is scalded after sneaking out of camp. Newtkit woke up with a mild headache, but got up to play anyways, trying to ignore the nagging pain. Newtkit, you are gonna hurt yourself, I swear. And the herb stores, the raspberry went bad. Always something going bad in those herb stores. There we go, Lavender Feather got their adult sprite. Look at that. Eavesdropping on Hawkpaw. Oh, you're a good fighter now. Awesome. So I assume that means the rest of your family's gonna have new sprites too, so... Ooh, Sapshade, very pretty. Oh, Vineshriek is gorgeous. So is Specklepaw. These are so pretty cats. Hawkpaw looks a little bit bigger, and so does Swirlpaw. Spotted Paw also looks a little bigger, I think. And those kids look the same. So we'll put Specklepaw and Erminepatch together. Mr. Kitty Whiskers and Sapshade are also there. On the way to mark the far corners of their plains, Sapshade starts telling the story of their ancestors to every cat entertained. Why is their eyes peering at us? They try, but their clanmate seems unenthusiastic. So Sapshade stops. Why is their eyes peering at us? That doesn't really feel fitting with the prompt. Somebody was watching us tell stories. That's creepy. Wormstar, Afflebat, and Spotted Paw will put together. As Afflebat looks at the twitching tails and wide eyes of the patrol set up to help them gather catnip, their heart sinks. These overly excited warriors don't look like they're going to be useful, and Afflebat really needs to help renew Feather Clan's stocks of catnip as New Leaf brings the plants back to life. I am so sorry, Afflebat. I did not mean to make things harder on you. Afflebat is proven unfortunately correct, as the patrol is full of juvenile behavior and dumb jokes rather than focused effort. The one catmint plant they successfully find ends up with their helpers rolling around in it, bruising all the stems until it's unharvestable, and Afflebat is furious by the time they return to camp. Well, okay, Afflebat definitely doesn't care for Wormstar Spotted Paw, I assume. Which, it's probably not good for the leader and the medicine cat to not be getting along, but what can you do? They're gonna put Vineshriek, Prairie Runner, Swirlpaw, Lavender Feather, and Hawkpaw together. The patrol finds a nice spot to sun themselves. Hawkpaw makes sure everyone gets a good basking spot, and the cats pause for a little before resuming their training. And we'll put the rest of the cats together. This includes Dog, Sandy Fur, Slurpuff, and Irish Speckle. The New Leaf sun hidden behind the cloudy drizzle, it's a damp day to find thyme, and the gathering patrol would rather have this over with quickly. Dog has no time, and no thyme. They're forced to give up on the search for today. So, Dog is a appreciator of puns, I say. Okay, let's see. Mr. Kitty Whiskers, it does not look like you are purchasing anybody. Can I switch you to a mediator? Because Tasha has just been too depressed or hurt to do anything for a long time. Wait, Lavender and Erminepatch dislike each other? When did that happen? Oh, you can't mediate because you already did stuff. I cannot believe our two main characters are disliking each other right now. That's upsetting to hear. I wonder, has Lavender started developing a crush on anybody? Are we gonna have any relationships anytime soon? Nope. A romantic king. Or he just hasn't found somebody yet. We don't know really yet, but maybe he's just not interested in having a mate, which, honestly, good for him. You think everybody would be fawning over the male tortoiseshell, but... Tasha's Light wakes up one day after moons of numbness and feels as if the world is less dumb. Okay, so right when I start to try and get you a replacement, you're fine. So, okay. Then he first thinks they'll have a small litter. They decide to move into the nursery in preparation for their soon-to-come kid. After back trying to flush their nest when they saw a thorn inside their bedding. Another prank, but it could not fool them. Despite the enforced nest rest, and how tightly their broken bone is bound, Mossy Oat's injury is beginning to look concerning to Affleback. You have a broken bone? Were you the one who got your, foot stuck in a two-leg trap or something? You might have been. Look concerning to Affleback, and they've been planning what to do if the infection progresses any further. We're about to have another amputated cat, aren't we? I mean, Archstar proved that cats who are missing a limb can very much lead things, so, you know. Our cats are not ableist. Wormstar stands above the clan and proclaims that Specklepaw shall now known be as Specklestripe. That seems like it's contradictory. I mean, unless you have speckles and stripes, but I feel like it's typically one or the other. Yeah, you don't really have any speckles on you. I mean, I'm sure cats can have both spots and stripes, but, like, I feel like typically they have one that's, like, more prominent, if that makes sense. Newt Kit feels relief for the lack of pain in their head. Their headache seems to have completely gone away. Is Newt Kit the one that had, like, a super bad headache, like, at the beginning as well, or am I confusing them for somebody else? Because I think I remember some kid having, like, a really bad migraine or something at one point, not too long ago. Yeah, let's do some mediating. We're gonna put you two together, because I can't believe you guys dislike each other. That's so sad to me. It'd be so funny to give Lavender a enemy, but I don't know if that's a good idea. You dislike your sibling? And Slurpuff, why do you dislike everybody? Dude, Dog and Erminepatch are freaking great in their relationship. Okay, Lavender wants to get to know Slurpuff better. Why do you dislike them, then? Okay, Wormstar and Spotted Paw, Thorolpaw and Prairie Runner, and Sapshade. As the patrol gathers together to train under Wormstar's leadership, Thorolpaw admits that they think they had a vision from StarClan last night. Patrol talks about them, whether it was a real vision, as they train. I wonder if, Thorol's gonna be a little in tune with StarClan. So, Lavender and Hop put Dog and Ermine together, sure. And Vineshriek. With the snows of Leaf Bear nearly vanished, New Leaf winning its place in the seasonal cycle, Dog heads out to gather daisy leaves. They assemble a little group of warriors to help them carry the herbs. Daisies may seem like a part of the everyday carpet of greenery, present everywhere from rocks to fields to nestled at the foot of leaves. Present everywhere from rocks to fields to nestled at the foot of trees. But that doesn't make their leaves any less useful. With a larger patrol, the cats bring back a good haul, and Dog makes sure to thank everyone for their assistance. And let's just put the last 4 cats together, which includes Slurpuff, Specklestripe, Irispaw, and Affleback. So Slurpuff goes out with the warrior escort, both for safety, as they look for New Leaf's fresh buds, and for carrying capacity should they find anything. Surprisingly, Affleback starts up a conversation with them about the herbs they're looking for. Them and Slurpuff seem to bond over it. Despite being our main character, I feel like Lavender Feather hasn't, done a lot yet, you know? I guess it's just kind of the beginning of their story, but I feel like we haven't really got to know them super well yet. Regardless, I am super excited to draw them after this. Lavender, you are very cool. I like you. But I think for now I'm going to call this the end of this little episode here. And I'm very happy to finally revisit some of my favorite cats. Dog being one of them. Also cannot get over how pretty Specklestripe and Vineshriek are. Those are some gorgeous cats. But regardless, thank you everybody for keeping up with Lavender Feather. And hopefully we can continue this in the next episode, and hopefully Lavender Feather lives a long life and isn't, immediately dying anywhere.